For the 2025 Grammys, I made a video predicting who would win the awards. Some of them I was far off, but I did guess a few of the winners. So today, I thought I'd do the same thing and predict who will win the awards at the 2025 VMAs. Let's just get right into it and start with the first category, Video of the Year. Nominated, we have Ariana Grande's Brighter Days Ahead, Billie Eilish's Birds of a Feather, Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars's Die With a Smile, Rosé and Bruno Mars's APT, Sabrina Carpenter's Man-Child, The Weeknd and Playboi Carti with Timeless. Personally, I voted for Brighter Days Ahead, and if the Arianators pull through, I think it could win. I'm not sure if the average casual music listener is watching a short film music video like that, so if Ariana doesn't win the award, I believe it'll either go to Man-Child or Not Like Us. Both of those videos are so popular and also well done in terms of storytelling, references, and cinematography. Also, both of those artists have a cult fan base. So yeah, I'm hoping for Eternal Sunshine, Brighter Days Ahead, but I think it'll probably be Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter or Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Let's get into Artist of the Year. Nominated is Bad Bunny, Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, Lady Gaga, Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift, and The Weeknd. I think this is between Beyonce, Kendrick, Gaga, and Taylor. I voted for Lady Gaga personally, as I think she's had a crazy year in terms of music. Mayhem was a terrific album, for sure has Album of the Year potential. Also, with her Coachella performance and her Mayhem Ball, all eyes have been on her, and she hasn't disappointed with any of her live shows. I feel like people either hate or love Beyonce, so even though I personally love her, I don't see her winning this. I think a lot of people are a little over her right now, based on my comments that I get when I post about her. Then, with Taylor, I know she's announced The Life of a Showgirl this year, but we haven't got much else from her musically since the Tortured Poets Department and the Eras Tour. Considering her popularity, I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor won, considering these awards are based on votes and her fans might just go spam vote for her, but my prediction is going to Kendrick Lamar. GNX was met with critical acclaim and seemed to please his fans, and he also seems to have a huge fan base like Taylor. I think people that even don't love rap adore Kendrick Lamar's music, so I think he'll most likely win, but personally, I did vote for Lady Gaga. Let's move on to Song of the Year. Nominated, we have Ordinary by Alex Warren, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish, I Love You, I'm Sorry by Gracie Abrams, Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, APT by Rosé and Bruno Mars, and Sports Car by Tate McRae. Birds of a Feather is a good song, but I think there are better songs on Hit Me Hard and Soft. Also, with Birds, it's so overplayed that I would think people are more annoyed with it at this point. Personally, no hate to Alex Warren, but I heard The Ordinary a few times on TikTok, and I've never felt the urge to listen to that song on my own will. I'm not sure how that song has been at #1 for so long, honestly. APT was alright for a little bit, but again, got overplayed and is now kind of annoying. Therefore, I think the contenders for this award are Gracie Abrams, I Love You, I'm Sorry, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars with Die With a Smile, and Sports Car by Tate McRae. If I'm being honest, out of these, Sports Car is my favorite, so that's what I will be voting for. I think the song is super unique, and I love the video that goes along with it. However, I don't think that'll be what actually wins. I think Die With a Smile will definitely be what takes the award based on its successful run on the charts. Based on that, it seems like everyone has heard this song and is constantly streaming it. I think Bruno and Gaga's vocals go together so well, like peanut butter and jelly. So even though I'm voting for Sports Car myself, I wouldn't be mad if Die With a Smile wins, and I think it definitely has the best chance. Moving on to one of the big categories, Best New Artist, we have Alex Warren, Ella Langley, Gigi Perez, Lola Young, Somber, and The Marias. I haven't hopped onto the Alex Warren or Somber trains yet, and I'm just starting to listen to The Marias. So I would personally vote for Lola Young or The Marias. I know people hate Lola Young a lot, but I think she's a cool artist and has a lot of better songs than Messy, which has been her most popular, leading to the hate she gets. On the other hand, from what I've heard, The Marias make really interesting, unique music. Their stuff is pretty different from what's been trending in the mainstream. However, I think that could be a little bit too niche to win. So who do I think will win? Well, I think it's going to Somber. He seems to have a cult fan base, so I think he could definitely get the most votes. Alex Warren could win, but I think that he gets put on a lot of Spotify playlists that get people to listen to his songs. I don't know if he actually has like a fan base like Somber does. And also, Somber's music has been pushed to me all the time non-stop, so I think the industry definitely wants to push him as hard as they can, so I think he has has a very good chance of attending and taking home this award. Let's move on to Best Pop Artist. Nominated, we have Ariana Grande, Charli XCX, Justin Bieber, Lorde, Miley Cyrus, Sabrina Carpenter, and Tate McRae. Obviously, I have to vote for Ariana Grande because that's my girl, but I think Sabrina is going to win this award. Although Eternal Sunshine and The Brighter Days Ahead Deluxe were loved by fans, I think in this current day, Sabrina has more widespread appeal. I don't think Ari's songs are being played as much as Sabrina's on the radio and in clubs and stuff like that. If Sabrina doesn't take it, I could see Charli XCX, but since Brat, we haven't gotten much music. I think right now, Sabrina fits this award more than Charli, since Charli is more so in her acting era with her role in Overcompensating and her new movie. Sabrina is going to be fresh off an album release when the VMAs air, and I'm pretty sure she's performing, so I think it makes perfect sense for her to take this one home. Next, let's talk about the VMA for Best Collaboration. Nominated, we have Bailey Zimmerman with Luke Combs for Backup Plan, Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther, Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga Die With a Smile, Pour Me a Drink by Post Malone featuring Blake Shelton, APT by Rosé and Bruno Mars, and then Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco with Sunset Boulevard. I think this category is a shoo-in for Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I mean, they took the world by storm with their tour and Super Bowl performance, and this song was just the icing on top. It's a solid tune, and people really ride hard for both of these artists. I don't see Bailey Zimmerman winning, as I've never heard of him, and if the country crowd votes strongly, I think that I could see Pour Me a Drink winning, but in my opinion, compared to Luther, that's kind of a dud of a song. Selena Gomez has a lot of attention right now, but it seems to be a lot of negative attention, so I don't see her taking this either, even though I really like that song, Sunset Boulevard. And I think they'll want Best Collaboration to be different from Song of the Year, so Die With a Smile can be crossed out. Therefore, I'm voting for Luther, and I think that Luther will win the VMA for Best Collaboration. Next is Best Pop, and the nominees are Alex Warren's Ordinary, Ariana Grande Brighter Days Ahead, Sapphire by Ed Sheeran, Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Rosé and Bruno Mars with APT, and then Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter. I'm honestly a bit confused because Brighter Days Ahead is a list of songs. It's like a whole extension deluxe project, while all these other nominees are just one song. Like Ariana Grande does not have a song called Brighter Days Ahead, so I think they mean all like 5 of those songs. I'm just a little confused about it, but I'm still gonna vote for it. I still have to vote for my girl Ariana. I think there's no way that Ed Sheeran or Alex Warren take it, so I think that Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter will be the winner. The song is basically a perfect pop song with some country twang, which could lead the country fans to voting for it as well. It was well received, and again, at the VMAs, Sabrina will be coming off of the release of Man's Best Friend, so I do predict that she'll be a big winner that night. It just makes sense for it to win Best Pop, but if the kids vote, I don't know, APT might be the dark horse and win. Next, let's talk about Best R&B. The nominees are a man that I refuse to talk about on my channel with the song Residuals. Never heard it, don't plan on listening. Next is Leon Thomas and Freddie Gibbs with Mutt, the remix. Then we have Mariah Carey, Type Dangerous, Party Next Door's No Chill, Summer Walker's Heart of a Woman, Drive by SZA, and Timeless by The Weeknd and Playboi Carti. I think the winner of Best R&B is between The Weeknd and Playboi Carti with Timeless, Drive by SZA, and the remix of Mutt by Leon Thomas and Freddie Gibbs. While I feel like any Gen Z kid would love to see Leon Thomas win because it'd be a full circle moment after growing up with him playing Audrey on Victorious. In addition to that, I also like the song. However, I don't think he has enough fans of his new music yet to take this award home over The Weeknd and Playboi Carti or SZA. But he's got my vote. Between Timeless and Drive, I think the one that'll win this category will be Drive by SZA. I just feel like anytime she's nominated in an R&B category, she wins, which love her, so that's good. I do like the song Drive way more than Timeless as well, but yeah, I just feel like luck will be on SZA's side during the VMAs this year, and I think that's deserved. Next is Best K-Pop, and the nominees are Whiplash by aespa, Like Jenny by Jennie, Who by Jimin, Earthquake by Jisoo, Born Again by Lisa featuring Ray and Doja Cat, and then Toxic Till the End by Rosé. There are some huge heavy-hitting artists in this category. I'd love for Born Again to win, as I love that song, and I actually think it will win. These 3 girls have humongous fan bases. If their fans put their efforts together and all vote, I think they could surpass the votes for aespa or Jimin, because if you think about it, Ray, Lisa, and Doja Cat are all pop music, but they all drive in their own lane, so their fan bases must be pretty different. I feel like the other Blackpink girls won't hold too much of a chance because the huge Blackpink fan base will be split between them. If Born Again doesn't win, I think it'll be Jimin because there's nothing else for male K-pop stans to vote for on here, whereas I feel that more so Blackpink and aespa fans may be divided compared to the BTS army. But nonetheless, I still think Born Again will be taking home the cake for Best K-pop. Next, we have Best Album, and nominated we have Bad Bunny with his album I don't know how to pronounce because I've never taken Spanish in my life. Then we have Kendrick Lamar's GNX, Lady Gaga's Mayhem, Morgan Wallen's I'm the Problem, Sabrina Carpenter with Short and Sweet, and lastly, The Weeknd with Hurry Up Tomorrow. Sabrina will just be off the release of Man's Best Friend, so I don't see her winning an award for Short and Sweet at this year's VMAs. Who I'd like to see take this award is Lady Gaga. I love Mayhem as an album and as a project as a whole, including the visuals, live shows, etc. All of it has been exceptional. But I don't see Gaga winning this either. I think it'll be Kendrick Lamar's GNX. I just think that although it's not my personal favorite on this list, it's pretty universally loved and I even think it's a good album. GNX was such a cultural moment that I think people will look back on it with nostalgia. On GNX, Kendrick's writing is quality and thoughtful and his flow is dynamic. So I think Best Album will go to Kendrick Lamar for his project GNX. Let's talk about the VMA for Best Hip Hop. Nominated we have Anxiety by Doechii, Nokia by Drake, Somebody Save Me, Eminem featuring Jelly Roll, What You Know About Me by Glorilla featuring Sexy Red, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, Murdergram Dukes by LL Cool J featuring Eminem, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, and then 4x4 by Travis Scott. Sorry if this is getting redundant, but this is another W for Kendrick Lamar with Not Like Us. As I said before, this song took the world by storm, and the video that accompanies it is iconic. Lots of iconic, memorable scenes in that video. If Kendrick doesn't win it, maybe it could go to Travis Scott. Even though Travis is a contender for this, possibly, I would still personally vote for Kendrick, and I think he has a better chance of winning in this category. Now let's do Best Alternative. The nominees are Sailor Song by Gigi Perez, Wake Up by Imagine Dragons, Messy by Lola Young, Lonely Road by MGK and Jelly Roll, Back to Friends by Somber, and then The Marias with Back to Me. For Best Alternative, I think that it will be between The Marias and Somber for sure. I think I'm leaning towards voting for The Marias, but I think Somber is more likely to win this. As I said, for the Best New Artist category, he has a ton of fans. He is also inescapable right now. I haven't delved that deep into his catalog, but I watched several of his live performances and I really noticed his onstage charisma, even though I wouldn't call myself a super fan of Somber yet. But hey, I'm open to it. Anyhow, I just really can't see this going another way other than Somber. Next category is Best Rock, and nominated we have All My Love by Coldplay, Afterlife by Evanescence, One-Eyed Bastard by Green Day, Honey by Lenny Kravitz, The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park, and then The Contract by 21 Pilots. For Best Rock, I voted for Evanescence with Afterlife. This is a killer performance video, and Amy's vocals are out of this world. Green Day has also had a big year, especially through their festival performances, example being their Coachella set, but I don't think they'll take this award home for One-Eyed Bastard. Now, Linkin Park has been big this year with their new singer, Emily Armstrong, and their new album, From Zero. However, there's a band on this list with a cult fan base, and I know they're going to be voting for them like crazy, and that's 21 Pilots. I love The Contract as a song, and every recent music video that they've done has been crazy good, so I think it's deserved, but you just can't underestimate the clickies. 21 Pilots is winning Best Rock at the VMAs this year. Now, for Best Long-Form Video, we have Ariana Grande's Brighter Days Ahead, Bad Bunny with his album title that I don't know how to say, I'm sorry, I don't want to mispronounce it, and then Damiano David, Funny Little Stories, Mac Miller's Balloonerism, Miley Cyrus's Something Beautiful, and The Weeknd's Hurry Up Tomorrow. Is it obvious who I'm gonna vote for here? Ariana, duh. And I think this might actually be her category. The Brighter Days Ahead short film was fantastic. I loved everything from the cinematography to the songs to the acting. It's a really beautiful story. I usually really like The Weeknd's visuals, but honestly, I didn't really understand Hurry Up Tomorrow like I did After Hours or Dawn FM. And I definitely think Ariana's project has a leg up over Something Beautiful by Miley Cyrus because I think the rollout for Brighter Days Ahead was a little bit cleaner. And I also think more people saw Brighter Days Ahead. But there's a rumor that Miley Cyrus is getting the Video Vanguard Award, so they might want to give her something else just because of that. But if the vote goes how I think it will, and there's no rigging in the system, I think Ariana wins this category with her beautiful Brighter Days Ahead short film. And the last award I'm going to predict is the VMA for Video for Good. The nominees are Burna Boy with Higher, Charli XCX featuring Billie Eilish with Guess, Anxiety by Doechii, Somebody Save Me by Eminem featuring Jelly Roll, Younger and Hotter Than Me, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, and then Sleepwalking by Zach Hood featuring Sasha Alex Sloan. I think the Video for Good award will go to Charli XCX and Billie Eilish for Guess. Out of all of these videos, it's the only one that's really stuck in my memory, and I'll still watch it every so often. Doechii is nominated for a few awards, so maybe she could take this one, but I feel like a lot of her fans don't even like Anxiety. The song, not the feeling. Charli and Billie are two juggernauts. They have huge fan bases, high charting music, and most importantly, importantly, both of them put out quality projects and are innovators in their spaces. I think this is a pretty clear win for guests here. If you enjoyed me predicting this year's VMAs, make sure to like this video and maybe I'll predict more award shows in the future. Feel free to check out my 2025 Grammy predictions video to see how many I got wrong. But I think my guesses in this VMAs video will be much more accurate as I wasn't expecting the Kendrick sweep at the Grammys. Anyhow, subscribe for a music commentary video at least once a week, such as this one, with other music related videos sprinkled in here and there. I also make daily music news shorts, so a sub to me will make sure you're never out of the loop when it comes to the music industry. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.